Okay, I just have something to say. What's up, good people? Welcome and welcome back to another video. It's your girl Alex and Defined by Alex, and can we just talk about what happens when you go viral? So I've had a few TikToks go viral, I've had YouTube videos go viral, and I really want to talk about, because I really don't see a lot of people talking about this, so you know, I feel like this is an opportunity for me to go ahead and speak my mind. But basically, I really wanted to talk about what it really feels like going viral, the expectations versus the reality, okay, the pros and the cons, as you will, and also like what it genuinely feels like going viral as a new creator, as a new influencer, and what that can do to your psyche, to your mental. So let's go ahead and unpack some things. So I want to start off by just merely saying this: going viral can be super helpful when it comes to getting brand visibility. People are recognizing you, people may, you know, start developing an interest and they liking you, they like what you say, they like your personality and things like that. However, let me just say this: I don't want you guys, if you're new creators, to depend on going viral for every single post, okay? So let's just break down the expectations versus the reality. When it comes to going viral, the expectation that you might have, like let's just say you have one post that hits 1 million views, and that's super possible nowadays because there are people who are getting 1 million views off of post after post, right? The expectation is that you think that each post is going to keep making 1 million views, and that's not the case. So the reality of that is that when you go viral, you may only go viral one time, and so your mind has to adjust, because what the reality is and what will set in is that you may not go viral every time after you post that, or there might be, you know, pretty much a gap between the time you go viral from your first post to your next post, right? So I just want to just talk about that, because people really don't talk about what going viral does to you, and I think it's time we talk about it. So let's just keep going. So the reality of going viral is that you're not going to go viral with every post, so don't depend on that whenever you post too. I also feel like when it comes to going viral, it puts you in this mindset of like you just have to show up as something that you know you're not, and that's also not the case too. So for me, my experience when I went viral was that honestly it was from a post. I merely had no idea or no intention of going viral. I don't think people have an intention of going viral. Y'all know that it just happens, right? So for me, it was the post or the video that I least expected to go viral, and I'm sitting here like, okay, this is what it feels like to have so many eyes on your video, to have so many people in the comments engaging. Like, this is the engagement that I want, but it's kind of not like on the post that I wanted to be on, right? For me, what I experienced was I kind of just was in this lost space, or in the sunken space of going viral, because I expected pretty much every post after that to really hit, right? And so when they didn't hit, like when the numbers were kind of like in the lower end, in my mind, on the lower end of views, I started to feel some type of way. And I realized that it was really messing with my mental, y'all. Like, your girl was over here tweaking, because I really was like, why isn't every post going viral? I got this post at 2 million views. I need to have this one at da 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 da. That is toxic AF. So again, I just want to help y'all out when it comes to understanding what it feels like going viral, and just how you can prevent spiraling like I did. Because yeah, I'm thankful I got myself together and I got myself out of it, but it took a couple of weeks for me to realize that I was not thinking in a healthy space. I was not thinking in a genuine space too. Like, my heart was not postured the way it needed to be, and I had to fix that. So I took some time to really just like reassess and reevaluate where I was mentally when it came to my viral posts and what that did to me, right? So I definitely realized that it caused me to create just off the strength of, I'm gonna go viral again, so let me make something that I think people will like and laugh at and relate to, and all these things that I know were realistic when it comes to making content. But again, my heart was not in the right space. So for me, it definitely was a girl, fix your heart, okay, before you lose it. Fix your heart before you do something that you don't do. Like, don't be unrealistic with yourself because you got all these views. Basically, like old folks say, don't get beside yourself just because you got these views and you know you feeling some type of way. Now, going viral does give you that confidence that you have what it takes to, you know, really make it out here. But again, don't depend on that, because what happens is you might just have one post that go viral, okay? So you still have to figure out your way and your lane when it comes to creating content, becoming an influencer, and all that good stuff. So my advice is to honestly create from genuineness, okay? Create from a good heart. Don't just post stuff just to be posting it, unless you want to, unless you just really just don't care and you know you're just trying whatever. But if you really want to build this as a platform, as a solid platform where you're making money off of it, content, I highly recommend that you don't look into views. You don't look into letting the views really be unhealthy for you in a way. Like, don't let the views get you out of the place of you're stuck in this place of, now if I don't get the views, am I successful enough too? So that's another thing when it comes to the reality part of going viral, is that don't let the views make you feel like you're not going to be, like you're inadequate. Like, don't do that. And that's what I had to fix, okay? Because your girl was over here spazzing because her videos weren't hitting the way that they used to. I just was like, what am I gonna do? I didn't feel like they were I just didn't feel like it was good. I didn't feel like my videos were good enough because the views were not there. So let's talk about some positives though, right? So when it comes to going viral, really having your videos being pushed out to so many people, that does give you the opportunity to be seen by brands. So if you want to go ahead and create this space where you're working with the brands that you like, or you maybe discover some new brands that you want to work with, going viral does help with that. I can say that has opened up doors for me, working with brands and creating opportunities that I couldn't create before then. So I will say that is something that is a true benefit, working with those brands, creating those relationships, right? However, the cons of that can be just the fact that you have people who, of course, people are always gonna be trolling. We all know that. Trolls are trolls, they gonna be everywhere. This is something you have to accept when it comes to being a content creator. You can either clap back or ignore them. I'll leave that up to you. But when it comes to trolls, everybody has them, okay, and it happens. So as far as that being like a negative thing, I don't think that's really big in the negative. It can happen. Some people can't take that type of criticism or feedback from people, and y'all know when it comes to the internet, people can say anything that they want. They're also just all of a sudden not afraid when it comes to being internet bullies and things like that. So that can also happen too when you go viral, is that you just have to be mentally prepared. You definitely got to make sure that your mind is like, you know what, I know you a troll, let me not feed into that, because it's not easy, right? Like, I have to catch myself from clapping back because people have literally emailed me, okay? They've been in my email telling me what I should do, telling me about myself, and I'm just like, psh, you can't make everyone happy, nor am I trying to. So if this is what comes with the territory, I just have to learn how to go with the flow and just do it gracefully. And I'm not gonna stop my show, honey. That's one thing. So when it comes to going viral, just be prepared as far as the negative side, that you will have trolls, you will have people in your messages and your DMs, you know, trying to tell you what to do, trying to critique you. But again, baby, don't let that bother you. All right, so now let me share some tips when it comes to going viral and what happens after you go viral, and things that you can do to pretty much prevent yourself from kind of spiraling out of control, and also just having the reality of what it is versus what it is not. So when you go viral, number one, I think it's just going to be a shock factor. You're going to be for sure super shocked, okay? I know I was, I still am, and it's a big deal, okay? So don't forget to celebrate yourself. So that is tip number one, celebrate yourself, because that is the start of you building up your rapport with your platform and your audience, and that can be good for you, like I said, when it comes to working with brands, okay? So don't be afraid to celebrate yourself when you go viral, because I think that it actually is beneficial and it can help you in the long run. But one thing I do want to say as far as a tip is that once you go viral, I need you to really just think about what type of content made you viral, okay? If this is the type of content that you truly want to keep creating, or if this was just content that you made on a humbug, spur of the moment, you have to think about if that's the type of content style that you're going to keep going with just moving forward, basically. So like for me, and I'll insert it somewhere in this part of the video, the post and the video that made me go viral, literally, like I said, you guys, I was not expecting it. I was literally just taking off my scarf because, you know, as a black woman, we got to make sure our edges are laid, and I didn't even say nothing, okay? That really took me by surprise too. I was like, I didn't even have to say nothing, and this post did the numbers that it did. So the second time around, and I'll insert another video that went viral, and by the way, this is all on the TikTok platform, but these two posts for me were posts that I did not plan at all. And I typically now have planned my content when it comes to audio and like my scene and my objective, but these two posts were not planned. Literally like on a humbug, and I'm just like, oh, okay, so this is what makes me go viral? This is interesting. Versus the vlogs I do, and you know, just having more of the curated style of content, it hit, but it ain't hit like these two posts I'm talking about. So for me, one thing I want to just make sure that you guys understand, the tip is just to make sure that content that's going viral for you, just check with your heart. Is this something that you want to keep doing as far as being able to continue to go viral? And this is something that you like and you enjoy the feeling. I'm not saying don't act on it. I'm just saying just make sure that that content is, again, genuine. Don't just be doing anything and everything just to go viral, because that's not cute. It is definitely not not professional, especially if you want to make this into a career. I will not do all of that, right? So just assess your heart, make sure that what it is that made you go viral is something that you can keep doing and you don't mind doing, right? So that's what I want to just put out there, because that's how it is. So if you are there in that space, I would say go ahead and check your heart, okay? Because that's not it. You don't want to go viral off of something that is impostured naturally with you. We're just not doing that. So all in all, when it comes to going viral, I will not say that it does not affect your psyche. It affects it in a couple of ways, right? It affects it in a way of, it makes you feel that now you have to kind of live up to going viral, and that everything after what made you go viral, you have to sustain that. And it kind of also makes you feel like what you're posting isn't creative enough because those posts are not going viral like the first one. So I just want to put it out there that that is a normal feeling to experience, but just check yourself. If you start to kind of spiral in this downward hole of, oh my gosh, I'm not going viral anymore, I'm panicking, I'm not going to be successful, that is definitely a mind play, okay? That is not true. There are posts that are not, I would say, not as viral, that are still making people money, that are still making people successful. So I would say don't get yourself in this mental warp of, if I don't go viral, then I'm not successful, okay? Those two are not related. I will say that they are not related. We all know that you can have 1 million views and 1 million followers. That does not mean you will make $1 million, okay? Let me go ahead and be clear on that. That is not the case. But on the flip side, going viral does help you when it comes to being recognizable by brands, establish relationships, being able to put more money in your pocket, because that's helpful too. I can attest to that. So I would just say, when it comes to going viral, just check your heart, okay? Don't expect every post that you make to go viral. Make sure that the content that you're posting is genuine to you, is inherently natural to what you want to post, and figure out, you know, that. And you can figure that out as you're growing in your content creator space, okay? So that is it for today's video, my friends, on pretty much what happens when you go viral and what do you do? What happens to your mental? What can happen to your platform? And things that you can do to prevent kind of spiraling. And also know that going viral doesn't mean that you're gonna do it every time, but it also doesn't mean that you're not gonna get recognized by brands. So I hope this conversation was helpful, okay? I told y'all I had something to say when it comes to going viral. As someone who has gone viral and put their pressure on herself, I'm here to tell you guys that you don't have to do that, okay? You don't have to put the pressure on yourself just to make sure you keep going viral, because again, it's not always the case. And just because you hit 1 million views, that does not mean you're gonna make $1 million, okay? So I hope this was helpful. If you guys are wondering what it feels like to go viral, realistically, if y'all are liking topics like this, don't forget to leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think, okay? I want to hear from you. As always, subscribe if you're liking the vibes, okay? Drink your water, mind your business, and always choose yourself first. And I'll catch y'all in my next video. Bye, y'all.